Hey, what's happening, everybody? It's your old pal Mr. Butter coming back at you. Today I want to get into a pair of kicks that I have been waiting for. It feels like forever. I really wanted the first pair of the Action Bronson New Balance collaboration. They're calling them the BAKLAVA 990 V6. I didn't get that first release. I think numbers were pretty limited. Then I saw this colorway that I'm going to be reviewing today. I actually grabbed these from the Specializing in Life website. These dropped there about a week before they dropped on the New Balance website, but they took over 3 weeks to get here. But anyhow, I finally got them. I want to get into them with y'all. If you're into kicks and you feel like hanging out, then hit that subscribe button. Let's take a look at these Action Bronson BAKLAVA 990 V6s. Alright, so as I mentioned in the intro, I really wanted the first colorway of these tried on the Specializing in Life site or the Action Bronson site, then also tried on New Balance. They sold out pretty much instantly. Went for this pair on the Specializing in Life website prior to the New Balance release, and I got in really quick. I think I had less than a 2-minute wait in my size, a size 10, and they sold out pretty much immediately. I was able to turn around, go back in, and I grabbed a size 7.5. Part of the reason why I did that was because I wanted to see them in hand so that then I could judge whether or not I wanted to consider paying resell for my size. I did end up going for them on the New Balance website, and again, they sold out instantly. So I don't know how limited these are, but they seem like they're almost impossible to get. I got a size 7.5. I think I got some nephews that might be able to wear these. I don't know if anybody will be interested in these or not, but I think I'll be able to at least break even, get a free review out of them for y'all. So starting out, we have this gray box on the top. I don't know if you can see that or not, but it's got like a glossy New Balance emblem on there. On the side here in that glossy finish, it says made in USA for over 75 years. Then down on the side, it says BAKLAVA and New Balance. So hopefully you can see that a little bit, but it's a pretty plain box. I think it's the same box that came with the first release. The tag reads M990 AC6, and like I said, this is a size 7.5. This is part of the Made in USA line from New Balance, and I think retail on these was around $220 US. I don't remember the exact amount, but these things are pretty pricey to start with. Underneath the lid, it's got this shiny blue material, and it's got a scan code there on the lid. I think that just takes you to the Specializing in Life website. And enough about that box. I've been waiting to see these shoes for so long. I really like them. I think this colorway is extremely wearable, and at first I wasn't sure why they put those like boot laces in there, but somehow it just works. I think it kind of complements this gum outsole that wraps up there to the toe, and then the yellow midsole. I think it really does kind of help to balance out those boot laces, but I thought that was a pretty neat touch. At first, when I saw images of these, I thought that I would probably want to swap them out, but then seeing them in hand, it does kind of flow somehow. Even though it's kind of crazy and you wouldn't think of it matching, it does kind of go with these shoes pretty well, so I'm kind of digging that in person. Basically, my first reaction when seeing these in hand is just that they're pretty much exactly what I expected. I really liked images of these, and I love blue. Blue is my favorite color. I don't own any pairs of the 990 V6 yet, and I thought that this would be a good pair if I could get my personal size for me, just because I love this color scheme, and they're just crazy enough to kind of fit in with my style. However, that being said, they don't really exceed my expectations. They're really nice, but I wouldn't pay resale prices for these right now. I think just as it is, getting them for retail, they're expensive enough. That Made in USA line typically is around $200 or so, and I mean, that's pricey. That's up there. But that being said, they're done really well, but I don't think they're worth paying $350, $400 for to get my size in them. So I won't be grabbing them for resale. I don't know if Action Bronson is going to be dropping any more releases of the 990 V6. I saw an image of him wearing a pair of 1906 Rs, and I thought they looked really nice, so I probably will try to go for them. But I already have some 1906 Rs in the collection, so that's not really a must cop anyway. I really wanted one of these 990 V6 pairs, but I'll just wait for a colorway that I really like that isn't impossible to get. I don't mean to make it sound like I don't like these, because they definitely are very unique, which I'm really into, and I love the mix of bright colors along with these dark blues and teals. It's a really cool looking shoe. But getting into this tread pattern, you can see that we've got like a gum brown material for this outsole. This says that it is the Endurance, which is basically just like that hard rubber, and it seems like it'll be really nice and grippy. But I love that brown gum material, and then I really like this translucent aqua color that we have the waves of there kind of in the forefoot. I think that those colors look great together, and it's just a very cool looking outsole. Here in the forefoot, it says established in 1982, and it's got the New Balance emblem. We've got some fuel cell branding on this midsole foam that peeks through the traction. And then below the heel, we also have some more New Balance and Endurance branding as well. Like I mentioned in the beginning, you can see that brown outsole rubber wrap up to the toe. And again, I think that ties in those laces pretty well. But just behind that, on this mudguard, we've got a very nice feeling suede material. It's a short hair, but it's a nice navy color, and it looks really nice. You get a lot of back and forth motion on it, and I just really like that material. It's what you would expect for a premium New Balance shoe. The rest of the shoe is a combination of like synthetic materials. This aqua color doesn't feel like it's a real material. It doesn't feel like it's genuine leather or anything, but I really like the colors of it. I like how on the edge of these overlays, it's like a brighter turquoise color. So I don't know if you can catch that angle on video, but I really like how the edges of that kind of accent it with a brighter color. Moving back the shoe along the base near the midsole, we have more of that premium feeling suede, and that's a really dark blue color. It's a very short hair, but again, you get a lot of back and forth motion, and that wraps all the way around the back of the shoe. I didn't mention, but the midsole is a very soft foam in this kind of vintage aged look. It's like a tan or a yellowish color. And then here for this blue foam that we have in the back, it's got some end cap branding. So I think that'll be a different density than what the rest of the midsole foam is. But I love the combination of this blue and then that yellow color. I think that's a really nice looking midsole. Along with the synthetic and the genuine materials that we have for overlays on the upper, we also have some little hits of reflective, like this little blue hit on the toe box is reflective. Then I think the ends are reflective like we usually see. And then this area back here up by the collar is also a reflective material, and I think that's a neat hit. I always like having those little areas that really catch the light and make the shoes pop even more. On the heel of the shoe, we have this powder blue color, and it's got a New Balance emblem, and it also has the Made in USA branding, and that color kind of ties in the BAKLAVA 990 V6 tag that we have here on the tongue. And I like those little pops of color. Going up the eye stays, we have more of a genuine material, and that is a lighter blue color, and it feels like another really premium suede. And you have that on both sides for the eye stays, and that's a really nice feeling material. For the base of the shoe, it's all just a really breathable mesh. It feels like a pretty nice material as far as mesh goes, but I do think that these are going to be nice and breathable. Definitely a good shoe for the summertime in my opinion. And then on the heel up by the collar, we get one little pop of color, and that's like a magenta or like a purple. And again, I just love these color combinations. I think the design of these is really nice. I like how all these varying colors really show off all the layers of the shoe. It's really interesting looking, and it flows together pretty well, even though you might not think all these colors and like the boot laces and that sort of thing might go together. Just like the first release, I really do like the design of these. I think they're very interesting looking. As far as shoes like this in my collection, I don't really have anything that looks much like this, so I would love to have a pair, but like I said before, with how accessible shoes are right now, I don't feel the need to spend $350 or $400 on this from the resale market. But that being said, I think they are dope. I would love to have this pair in my own size. I really like this contrasting lighter gray that we have for the sock liner. I think that looks nice. And then down on the insole, it looks like it's black or else a really dark blue. And then in neon green, it says BAKLAVA and New Balance. That was a pretty quick look at the second release of the BAKLAVA New Balance 990 V6. I keep on trying to say what the name of them is, but I forget how to say it. I think it's Lapis, Lazuli, or Lazuli, something like that, but I'm not even going to try to say it because I would end up just butchering it. But I think the color palette of these was based after a blue gemstone, and I think that's pretty cool. But I think these colors really go together well, and all in all, they came out great. I don't see myself paying resale for them, but like I said, I'll trade for them if I get the opportunity or something. I definitely wouldn't mind having these in my size, and I would rock these a good bit. But let me know what you all think about these. I appreciate y'all watching. I'll catch you on the next one. I'm out.